Demons versus angels. Have you ever been on a bad date? At first, the other person checks all the boxes. Good looking, check. Good job, check. And then somewhere along the way, whether on the first date, second, third, fourth, or fifth, you pick up on some real negative vibes. Whether it surfaces early or later on, something really icks. Sometimes you can't put your finger on it. There's something that bothers you about the person. It's not just that you don't like the person because of different interests. You realize you would never even choose to be friends with the person. And it has nothing to do with interests. It's because of something the person said or did. Somebody might call it immaturity. For you, it sits a little differently. Or sometimes the ick sinks in later, during the first date. You're under a spell. It's all going well. Then you're done with the date and something's bothering you. You're analyzing what the person said and it's throwing you off. You start to wonder, what did they say? Then you go on the second date because you're curious and it seems to get worse from there. Maybe you call it off at that point and walk away. Or maybe you still go forward with the relationship only for it to fall apart years later, at which point you find yourself looking back on those early warning signs of bad vibes and negative energy. What are negative vibes? What is negativity? What is negative energy? A ball of energy that ends up going inside someone and taking them over? Or is negative energy just a wire crossed, where someone's neurons are focused on some dark thoughts, so their consciousness is taken over by some dark thoughts? Or is there something else at play? Something else is involved. Negativity is one thing. Something can sound negative from somebody's mouth to another person that's not really negative. Someone may say that a pine tree is dying because it has a wound. They may be just stating a fact that isn't pleasing to someone else. The other person may say, well, this pine tree is wounded, but maybe it's going to survive. Stop being negative. This falls into the glass is half empty, glass is half full aspect of negativity, optimism and pessimism, and by no means does it mean demons or a negative force are involved. We can refer to demons as negative energy, darkness, dark forces. We can refer to demons as such. But someone saying something negative doesn't automatically mean it's demonic. Even though people think of negative talk as negative energy, that isn't always or even often the case. In other words, somebody being told they're being negative doesn't necessarily mean they're demonically influenced, whereas the person telling someone else they're being negative could be the one who's demonically influenced. Someone who is working with demons, whether they know it or not, could be offering the most seemingly pleasing situation, sending somebody else astray. The mainstream is pivoting now, supporting and propping up deeds that were known to be bad in the past. They're commending them as if they're positive now. This is how demonic energy can work. You're never supposed to feel a negative energy leading up to a ghost experience. A ghost may surprise you or scare you or spook you, but with no forewarning. You don't walk into a haunted house and feel negative energy from a ghost. That would mean you're feeling demonic energy or a demon.